Welcome in our Money Men, business and markets analyst and NewsMax contributor Seth Denson, as well as accounting professor at Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude. Good morning to you both. Happy Monday. Let's take a quick look at those markets that closed up on Friday with the Dow leaping nearly 400 points. Well, we got to get back to this Tesla story. Okay, so they have a new clause in their purchase agreement for the new Cybertruck saying buyers can't sell the vehicle within the first year of ownership without permission from Tesla, or else they risk getting sued for $50,000. Seth, to you first. What exactly is behind this move?
Well, we don't exactly know how many of these trucks are going to be released on November the 30th. That's when the initial release will come out. Elon Musk says that 250,000 will be released by 2025. But nonetheless, Tesla doesn't want this to be a grab and then upsell the market, meaning people buy these vehicles and then drive the price up and then resell it. This is not uncommon. We saw GM do this recently or a couple of years ago on some of their vehicles as well. I think Ford has considered it as well. So yeah, that's effectively what this is, Alex, is trying to make sure that the market stays whole. It'll be interesting to see if anybody actually does get sued or tries to sell it.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I'm not sure if I like the look of them so far. They're so futuristic, but it's going to be very interesting to follow this story. So let's move on to Meta, the social media giant announcing a deal with Chinese company Tencent Holdings to launch a new lower-priced virtual reality headset in China. So the move marking Meta's return to the Chinese market after a 14-year absence. Dan, are we seeing a new age of international business collaboration with Meta's metaverse and Tencent? I mean, will this move make Meta number one in the virtual reality market?
Well, it looks that way. When you look at what Meta is trying to do here, you simply look at the facts. China has 1.4 billion people compared to the U.S. at 330 million. So this is a huge untapped market. And look, Meta, capitalism, that's where they're going to go, where the money is. So listen, Tencent is the largest video game producer in the world. Meta has a 50% market share on these video reality headsets. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to get together. But I'll tell you this, China will steal whatever technology Meta has. I assume they're prepared for that.
Yeah, that's a great point to end on right there, Dan. Absolutely have to agree with that. So finally, Moody's Investor Services lowering the U.S. credit rating outlook from stable to negative this week. So that's right ahead of a looming government shutdown. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre calling the reason for the low score, quote, another consequence of congressional Republican extremism and dysfunction. But I mean, Seth, come on, could the new low rating really be more related to Bidenomics?
All you have to do is actually read Moody's reasoning for the negative downgrade, or not actual downgrade, the negative rating. And it was effectively that the United States cannot properly start to manage its fiscal policy to reduce the amount of debt it continues to accrue, period. That's it. Yeah. Effectively, we spending too much money. So I don't know where Karine Jean-Pierre is getting that, but no, it's because we can't stop spending money.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, we have about 20 seconds left. Do you want to share your thoughts on this?
Well, look, this is politics, right? So you're always going to be pushing the blame elsewhere. Biden has to own the economy. End of story.
There you go. Exactly. Seth Denson, Dan Geltrude, thank you both for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure having both of you on.
Thanks, Alex.